Hello everybody and welcome to IVRL Season 1, Week 14, EU matchup between Vikings and Silent Purge. Today, you've only got me. That means I got no one to tell me when I haven't taken the overlay off, so hopefully that won't happen. But it also just means I can talk more, which I love. So, let's jump straight into talking about bans. If I can show the bans. Alright. They're going to pop up. From the Viking side, we have a Cargo and USS Quest banned. And from the Silent Purge side, they have banned Snowpeak and Abandoned. Quite different ends of the spectrum there. Viking banning probably the shortest range maps, the maps with the most cargo containers, and Silent Purge banning probably the longer maps, other than Downfall. Snowpeak and Abandoned are longer. They also haven't been around as long though, so could see quite different playstyle if basing things on those bans. We do have everyone in the lobby right now, so I will jump into the scoreboard just to check that is all working. Make sure that the link through to the game is working, because that was one thing which happened last time. Looks like it's not. I just need to turn onward, off, then on again. Oh, there it is. Right. There it is. Apparently I'm pressing it too many times. Sorry guys. Okay. Jumping right into it, we have Silent Purge on defense for the Heli Bungalow objective. They have the northeast spawn on attack, the Vikings. One immediately going up into the northeast objective to try and get that cover down to make sure no one crosses to the north. On the defense, defensive setup wise, 2 in Cent Hotel, 2 in Heli 2-story, and 1 out in this west bungalow, or I'm sure people have other names for it. Attack wise, we do have the attack approach going down the eastern side, 3 going down the eastern side towards the south central area, and Thrywin and Shadow Warrior being the north side dominance. They will be watching for any peaks coming out in this upper window of the Heli 2-story. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, so we'll have the ability to get control of this northern area, this crater building area. From there you can make your way around, you can get shots onto the I believe it's Quokka and the Center Hotel from here, and then you can make your way down onto the objective. They will be watching for that. They will have a tight line through there, so it should have that defended well. Kilo will be looking through across to the south, Hoochie across to the northwest, Quokka covering the middle, I believe. Yep, he is. Sri Lankan, unsure. Looks like more of an ambush type position there, covering Quokka. And then BMG Lamode is watching the south. I'm not sure what he's engaging there. The attack coming more central and north right now. Looks like do not have player positions on the overhead map. Hopefully that will resolve itself for the next round. Otherwise I'll just try and give you a good overview of where everyone is at. Vikings currently taking up residence in the north bungalow. And Shadow Warrior, not sure what he's going to do, maybe come join. We do have a player moving, there's Imbo moving into the South Valley. Thrywin has made it to the crater building in the north, so they are slowly tightening their noose around this objective. They will probably wait for Imbo to get control in the valley, and he's moved up into White House instead. No early picks. Don't expect to see too many early picks. Potentially Quokka could be an early pick, maybe Kilo from the south, depending where Imbo moves to, or maybe BMG out in that west bungalow Sri Lankan and Hoochie would require much closer engagements. Darwin is making his move. He doesn't want to get too disjointed here. Quokka, the problem with coming up with this white tower, Quokka will be watching for this. It is very silhouetted. Could get an engagement here. Darwin, oh, he's clearing the two-story. He's probably going to move for the peak onto... Quokka's tucked in enough though, currently. Staying very tucked. He's aware of that danger. He knows that he needs to leave it for Hoochie. I think Hoochie heard that call out. Smoke's out. This is going to make a big difference. Quokka is the danger position they need to take care of before making this move though. Hilo is very smoked out. Thrywan is going to go for the crawl. However, a Mantis moving engagement with Sri Lankan here. Sri Lankan popping out to take Mantis. BMG engaging Imbo in the south.
We lost one.
Yeah, say low, minute 30.
They've clear callouts here, minute 30 remaining. Get everyone in framed, see what's happening. Thrywan giving away his position with that smoke. Beautiful smoke onto Hoochie. With the cross occurring, there needs to be an adjustment. Hoochie is adjusting. Moving to a more exposed position. Thrywan just coming off the line though. The timing. That could have been all the difference. If Hoochie had gone down there, it would have required quite significant adjustment by the defense. It all comes down to Embo in the south. A little bit disjointed on that attack. Taking engagement. 5v1. A lot being asked of him. Ran straight past? Oh no, Sri Lankan's on the outside. Oh, confirmed by BMG onto Quokka. You're not getting that kill. That's my kill, says BMG. Great. Sri Lankan with another sneaky spot. The first one being inside Seno Hotel, the second one positioning himself perfectly just to ambush, not attacking too early, waiting for Embo to go past. Silent Purge, pretty decisive victory, a couple of picks by Embo at the end then, but overall not much he could do. Couple of points there in that round which could have gone the other way, especially with the move by Thrywan, I believe onto Hoochie. Those smokes had been a little bit more effective and the movement had occurred a bit more aggressively. Could have gotten to a position where Hoochie would not have been able to react in time. They didn't have too many players close enough to the objective to react and moved in, so could have gone interestingly there. Alright, let's jump quickly into the scoreboard. My thumbs, apparently, does not like my thumbs. So, that was via the away team with 1 point. Need to also pick map 1, which is obviously, as you can see, is Downfall. And then put 1 point to Silent Purge. This objective, I'd say, is not as defensive bias as some of the other objectives. I think you can pull out a really good attack on this objective. There are some weak points which you can, really leverage. Coming from the helicopter across with good picks and smoke, and then coming this northwest across, you see some good movements there. The defense there just proving that they had it all set up well. Let's see how Vikings do it though. Quite a different spawn here. The southeast spawn for Silent Purge, obviously for this objective, Volk being consistent spawn. Thrywin looking like they're pushing out. This is a much more pushed out defense here. So whereas Silent Purge went for lots of double stacks, Vikings are going pushing out. They're going to try and get... They've given them bungalow control. No one from Silent Purge held the North Bungalow entrance. They have given bungalow control. That is a massive area to get control of by Nachtom. I'm going to really screw up that name a few times tonight. Alright, so we've got... They're going for South control. Shadow Warrior, we have potentially ready for this. It looks like he's looking more to the east. He may have missed the cross there. No, you can't see the valley cross there, so he will be aware of that. Big picks by Mantis and Nachtom. Out roof of North Hotel. Roof of North Hotel could have watched that cross through the valley, so you've got a really good line here. You can watch that valley cross. He can now support and trap them in there. He does need to make sure he doesn't get picked from the north, though. Ooh, looks like Thrywin is aiming onto Nachtom. They need to be aware of Hoochie. So Valley should be pretty trapped right now. North is pretty trapped right now. The positions which Vikings were allowed to get to early round will be really hard to deal with now.
Make any movement at the moment. I'm forced in here by someone down on the west wall.
And now he's going to get shot from North Bungalow if Nachtom goes for it. He's aware of it though. Dangerous cross, but could be in a position that Nachtom's not ready for. Those two in the south are pretty trapped too. They should have good kill count. Ooh, is Mantis going to get that pick on the cross back out? No, they've managed to cross out of the valley. Well, they're looking to cross out of the valley now. Let's zoom over to see if they can get across. Smoke's coming out.
He's going to be looking out for us from that window.
Chill.
So both attacking...
Wait, don't go ahead. The smoke. Okay, now.
Both attacking positions aware of their danger. Now, all the north attack is gone. It's only south. The defense should be adjusting slightly to allow for this, but overall they do still have defensive players in position. This is an interesting map to pick just because of how defensive biased this map can be. There are attacks and certainly the ability to get to send the objective.
Sorry, North Hotel, I think on the roof.
I'm going to tell you.
You gotta. No, I'm down. You gotta revive me.
North Hotel call out may be a problem because they will not be ready for North Bungalow. Oh, is he going to be allowed to get back out of there? Shadow Warrior being very disciplined with his position there.
The guy that shot at me, do you even see?
We have Embo in the north. Oh, they're very trapped. There it is. That's where that North Bungalow position really paid off for them. And I've left the overlay up already. Well, something's happened to my connection. That was not the overlay because it did start up correctly for me. That's Onward doing something weird because I 100% came into... I didn't click anything during the round. Sorry guys. I will check during the round because that shouldn't happen. That's unfortunate. I don't know when during the round that overlay went back up, but I promise I did not click anything. Well, that was a great round too. I'll try and recap it because I'm not sure when in the round that overlay came up. But basically, Nachtom was allowed to get control of this North Bungalow area. With the South spawn, you can stop it. You know, if you post people up in this sort of area, you can sort of maintain control of that entrance. With control of that entrance, I believe he got 4. He definitely took out... the North was definitely trapped there. I'm not sure he got the last kill on Hoochie. And he got the South as well at the end. So I believe he got 4 from that position. Very powerful, very hard to deal with. Something potentially should shut down. I will keep a good side eye on that overlay, because something went wrong there during that round. I'm not even going to jump into the scoreboard this time. We have a quick spawn, but for the upper dumpster, so not as quick. Now my buttons on my touch portal are not working, which is great. It's apparently very delayed.
So is it going right around the bungalow to the right, or just yellow should look deep?
Alright. I am watching the side. Sorry about the overlay. I did click it out, but apparently my thumbs are not registering, and it did show in my OBS. So you're going to see that whole round without it. I'm going to read the chat afterwards and get absolutely decimated. It was a great round too. In fact, I'm going to start recording, because just in case the OBS is capturing it and I'm not putting it through correctly.
-1.
Oh shit. We're down to 3. Careful from the north.
Right, so they're down to 3 already, Vikings on attack. However, Silent Purge are also down to 3.5. Those picks occurring, looks like on a potential cross in the north here. Unsure where from, because I was not paying as much attention as I should have been. Maybe, a BMG mode, I reckon, would have been the position to take out this, guessing. And then we also had a pick, probably from Quokka, onto this position here. I'm sure I'll find out whether I was wrong or not. Picks the other direction. One down. Is Kilo downed? Kilo downed an objective building, and the other one dead in an objective building. Yep, 2 bodies objective building. Those are some big picks. Maybe getting slightly too exposed there, because they looks like they were killed from Center Hotel. No one else pushed up as much as that. They can draw their line back a little bit. Quokka can be the first line of shooting as he puts some shots out.
Mm-hmm.
There is a player moving up on that side.
Because I didn't see anyone dumpster putting, I reckon there is one, but he's probably downstairs facing the other direction.
Yes, I can see OBS on the side, and I'm looking at it constantly now. I'm very paranoid. I have to do it once per cast to start up with, just to really build up that level of paranoia, and then I can get over it. Looks like the player in the southeast is far southeast, so he's done the safe cross to the southeast, really to make sure he can get behind. So it looks like he went right up this east side. He's now popping around the south. The players in the north should be waiting for Throw-in to get in position. He doesn't have a long gun. He's got a 2x scope. But even with the 2x, you can do damage from back there, and then you can work your way down and get into this valley. Peek over the top of the valley. The good thing about them waiting there as well is Kilo has bled out, so there are no more callouts coming from the objective. Quokka knows that one has crossed into this rock wall region and is unsure whether that person has pushed up further, so that's a worry. Lamode trying to see it, but it's very hard to see from that window. See how tight his line is. Trying to pick Mantis.
Where?
One guy, red trucks at the hotel.
Ooh, Sri Lankan getting a hit. Quokka moving to engage that, but by moving to engage, he has come off his line. The successful reposition though, could work out okay from. He cannot see the push up the side he was probably designated to hold, which is the crawl cap side. So it really comes down to Sri Lankan holding it carefully. Big pick, Shadow Warrior onto BMG. Shadow Warrior able to move up, finishing with the frag. No, flash. Sri Lankan moving through the revive. He's come off his line though. Big flash, big flash. Big confirm. Quokka way off objective, having to crash. Are they going to get him before he crashes? Looks like he's going to safely crash. They should know he was up there. And should have been waiting for that. Maybe they didn't know they picked on objective. They had a good kill count, and they should have had a good kill count. Because they were not trades. And but there was no one ready to stop that crash back from the Thrywin now going and clearing it. Should be calling out that players moved, and they know. Quokka's position though is hard to... Doesn't matter. Vikings got it. This is my second main cast, yeah. Sorry, I'm a co-caster. I was a co-caster for life, but this is now my second main cast. I'm just going to show the kills. I'll quickly switch to the scoreboard, and I'm going to come straight back. Scoreboard, cool. You've seen the scoreboard. 2-1 to Vikings. Vikings with that attack win, which is a big attack win. Those early picks onto the objective players potentially being the key. Really made the other defenders have to split their focus. Let's see how Silent Purge attack this objective. It can result in caps, especially with smokes. They can crawl along. You can make your way along these rock walls and get close. And then if you get key picks at certain times, you can make your way through here and get a little sneaky little cap down here. Definitely something to be worried about defensively. Defensive-wise, you often see players push up into this Marsok area, as we saw from Quokka. From there, you can watch that crawl cap. You can really see them as they make that last transition. It's really hard to defend other than that. More common in EU, but you're seeing a little bit in NA. You see this position here getting used. Again, just to be late, just to watch this last cross. They don't want to be engaging out far, just watch the last cross. I'm clicking the overlay. We are off the overlay. Very carefully. Alright. North Central spawn. From the North Central spawn, Silent Purge could chuck someone up in the top of Center Hotel. They can block the valley, exit slightly from up here. However, if you give away your spawn early, it does allow Vikings to make movements up to these central bungalow areas, which we saw last time on their defense, just how effective those bungalow areas were. It looks like they have given their spawn away. Embo will know now that he can move to the north bungalow. He's still going to stick to the south, it looks like. He could move all the way to the north. No, he's going for the north. North is powerful. He should get in before getting identified here. He has. He got seen. On that last second, I think they saw him, but now they're going to actually do something about it. Embo just needs to stay alive. Sri Lankan trying to engage. Smoke coming out.
You teleported to BNB set.
Rainbow 3, I don't want to do something like.
Ooh, Embo having to push out to do that, resulting in him being killed. And confirmed, eventually. However, Vikings did get another pick on this cross. I believe from Shadow Warrior. Probably peeking out of this window right here he's coming to now. Shadow Warrior has a split focus though. And by losing Heli Bungalow, that is potentially problematic. Big pick, throwing onto BMG. The defensive hold by Vikings would really help them out. 4 defenders up, They've got the Valley able to pop up and cover that objective, that crawl cap. Shadow Warrior watching the crawl cap, but coming off it every now and then. Something to be aware of. Nachtom, I have no idea how to pronounce it. I probably should not even try. Oh, it was an M203 into dark. Yeah, sorry, I did miss the start of that round because I was stressing so much about the overlay. But apparently, the reason the 2 died in here was it was an M203
Smoke.
on the previous round. Perfect M203 then. Mantis being the shooter of said M203. Apologies, Mantis. Quoker giving away his position with the stairs on Center Hotel, trying to take out Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warrior does need to watch Hoochie. Hoochie could technically sneak in here. If Quoker suppresses adequately, Nuktom is going to be the key position. Mantis looks like he's checking it occasionally as well. Oh, Hoochie has given away his position. That's a potentially a big problem for him.
I don't know if I got him or not.
Shadow Warrior should peek now onto him. No Quoker. Quoker engaging. Oh, he's... Big pick, big pick. Trade, but a big pick. Nuktom will be able to call that off. So it all comes down to Quoker. They will be aware of his position. They should have a fairly clean kill count here. They do. Doesn't matter if they have a kill count or not, because the round is over again. Alright, let's have a look at the scoreboard and have a little chat about it. So, on the Viking side, pretty even spread, to be honest. Mantis with 5, Nuktom, I believe with those 4 mainly were from when he got control of this North Bungalow on that beautiful round, which I completely missed. I believe he got all 4 from there. On the Silent Purge side, BMG has actually got 1 kill, well 2. He's got a team kill, or team confirm, plus another kill, and then the rest getting split out between Hoochie, Quoker, and Sri Lankan. We do have a drop. I will make sure I have my Discord up to see whether there has been a timeout called. Discord is below my OBS, so I will jump to scoreboard. We have, nope, come on, scores. Just that slight delay in me inputting something and it coming through on the OBS means that sometimes I press the button one too many times. We'll just quickly see whether they're coming back into the... Yep, Malno has joined the lobby. So we've had a substitution there with Malno joining in. And we also have an objective change. It's the new Heli Bungalow objective. Slightly more capable than the other Heli Bungalow objective, in my opinion at least, because you can get inside from this side in cap. You can also sneak down the north. We saw in the last Silent Purge defense of this that they put 2 players into this Heli 2-story, 2 into Center Hotel, and 1 out this west side. That sort of defense can work out pretty well again. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar come out. Attacking wise from Vikings, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a similar sort of attack, maybe with some adjustments based upon that intel they got last time. Their attack failed pretty substantially last time, so maybe they'll make some adjustments. They'll still watch for those positions at the start, but maybe they'll make some adjustments. Scoreboard coming off. Alright. I've had some beeps. There were definitely beeps. There they are. This one has 2 Volk spawns. Whoa, as the that's why you don't go in before the beeps. So 2 Volk spawns, 2 Marsok spawns. Volk have got the south spawn. Marsok have got the south spawn. The problem here for Silent Purge is if they make this cross to the Heli 2-story for a similar defensive setup, they can get picked on this cross. The attack can post up and hold a line, Oh, they could even pick them straight in the spawn. Oh, they two downed.
I told you.
Apparently they had been told about that cross.
Okay, chill. Okay, chill. You have to stay up. I'll try and get Mano. Mano, where are they?
He's between the buildings. I'm not sure. He's got to be in front of Chapel. No, he's behind the wall now, right on the rock. He's on the rock center. No. Between the two bunkers. Rock by the truck.
So Vikings being really aware of the early lines they can take, posting up in the tower, posting up on the back of these stairs, and getting those early picks. It looks like the confirm has come out on Quokka at the West Church, and Mino is not going to be able to be confirmed, but also very hard to get revived. Sri Lankan trapped in there. They have a massive lack of north defense though, and they need to be aware of that because Naktom could work based upon where they saw Mino going. They might have seen Sri Lankan get trapped in this building too. If they did see that, they can get into this bungalow and cap. That would be the map over. One position which the defense hasn't been allowed to get to is Hoochie's. However, Hoochie's also focused on the south.
Yeah, pretty sure I got the one in Valley.
If they hear all this south-focused defense, then a north attack would definitely be the way to adjust your attacking line. Alright. Oh, G goes to the last person who shot. Hoochie was the last person who shot.
Yeah, I got it watched.
They're aware of his line now, though. You can deal with this from the north. If you go really wide on the north... Oh, the Mino revive coming out by Sri Lanka.
Back to OBJ. Two running back.
Nachtom. Is he going to kill him? Is he going to take the shot and give away his position? He is. Big pick.
Killed one, heli objective.
Thrywind coming to help as well. This could be the attack here. Hoochie is pretty trapped up there. Adjustment-wise, cannot cover the east side and would have to rotate down. They should have called him out by then. Sri Lankan trying to peek the north could also get picked off. Naktom does know there's two there. He knows there's one more to take out. Hoochie trying to cover from the south. I don't believe Hoochie can see the north easily from there because I believe North Brothel gets in the way. But we'll have a little look. Yes, North Brothel is obscuring that position, and Hoochie potentially could get taken out here. If they go west of North Brothel, there's a line onto Hoochie. But Sri Lankan is trying to help Hoochie out.
One is peeking doors, heli objective.
Thrywind over pushing there. They need to deal with objective player first, and then move to deal with Hoochie from the side, and then super open. Thrywind, a slightly wider line there, sticking below this sort of defilade and coming round, would have given a good supporting line. Potentially take Hoochie out from here, from that peak. Hoochie now getting engaged from the north. But Shadow Warrior, Lamode will have heard him. And will be panicking. Lamode has flashed. Shadow Warrior, big pick, big pick. They should be very aware of Hoochie's position. Sri Lankan now has to have split focus. They cannot cover the eastern approach in. Sri Lankan would have to rotate out. Naktom, if he holds onto Sri Lankan's position, Shadow Warrior could swing wide, get into this eastern approach. Smoke's coming out from Naktom as well. Sri Lankan having to push into those smokes. Big push. The right move to make. Naktom with the pick though. Hoochie has to crash. They're running. They're going for it. Last one. Last one at stables. Perfect call up. Nuktom not going for the inside cap though, interestingly. I'm not sure why. No. Should be a no shoot, should be a no shoot. He could have given himself a few more seconds of protection here, and he needed it. Poochie could clutch this. Big turnaround. They had the right call, they had the right intel. Poochie's heard him. Wow. Wow. Vikings let that slip through their fingers. Poochie probably can't believe how he got away with that, but he did. So there could have been a few more seconds gained. Going inside, tucking up against that wall, then Hoochie really would have had to come up and try and get him through this window, which is pretty much impossible. Once you're in a capping position, you know, low against the wall between the windows, it's very hard to deal with. You tuck down in here, sort of thing. So unless they've changed it, you used to be able to do that. I might be talking about a position you can't cap from anymore. Someone will tell me, I'm sure. Does look like it's quite far from that wall now. That would be an interesting change. No idea. What I do know though is Silent Purge got a point. They defended successfully, big defense, and they could turn the match around with an attacking win here. Jump to the scoreboard just to show those scores. Vikings on 3, Silent Purge on 2. Silent Purge, however, having to win an attacking round here. As we get the beeps. Let's jump into it. All right, so we have mirrored spawns, both in the south. Let's see whether Silent Purge can do a similar sort of early position. They do put one in. Similar Vikings position by Shadow Warrior as Hoochie did. However, the rest are moving differently. No early picks. Throw in an Embo, able to cross to the north. That is a position you can lock down from the south. This cross here.
Super stupid. I've never seen stupid like it.
Not sure what Nuktom's final position is intended to be here. Potentially was wanting to try and get control of that north bungalow again.
But we really should play this cautious. So.
Mantis asking for the cautious play. Probably quite wise. Very capable objective, as we saw from the last round. They are aware of Shadow Warrior's position. So try and way back. There it is.
Oh my god.
Very good Overwatch position, very hard to rotate out of. Very far from the objective.
My game is bugged. I'm in the floor.
Shadow Warrior having some technical difficulties. Looking fine to us, but apparently having some problems from his end.
Picking up, and I can...
Sri Lankan trying to move to get that wide line onto Shadow Warrior's position, it looked like. Maybe...
Hey. Is it BMG? Where's BMG?
Mantis as well.
Lady running around like a, you know,
Embo's position.
fucking 13-year-old crazy bastard.
Right.
Make it do some magic with it, because I don't know how to really aim it.
Alright, where do you want it?
I don't know. Action ranking.
Well, looks
my
looks
God.
like Mino is gonna have to do some magic. He doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have a primary weapon, and the weapon's in the open. Oh, brilliant! All right, there's stuff going on in the north as well. Getting engagement. Hoochie moving up through the center. They don't get Embo not watching his line. No one watching the center. Oh wow. Hoochie could make it an uncontested. Embo moving back onto his line, but he was off it for a period of time. Quokka coming in. Big pick. Embo has to get split focus. Hoochie should move based upon this. Naktom needs to watch objective. Quokka can cap quickly. He's going to be in. This is a big turnaround. We'll find out whether you can cap inside because Quokka's the right person to do it. Might have to do it outside the window now. There it is. Huge turnaround. Big pick. All that work done by Quokka there. Rushing up, getting the pick inside, forcing Embo to split his focus. Embo coming off the focus on the objective, but instead of Quokka actually going for Embo, running into the objective, knowing that that focus was not there. What could have stopped it is a player up in this position, ready to pounce to cover the across. However, that wasn't there. Wow, massive turnaround. This is this is Vikings map. This is their pick. As we add 2 more onto, if I can get the scoreboard to come up, right, there it is. As we add 2 more onto Silent Purge. Quokka doing a lot of work that round. Lucky I zoomed away from the comedy in the south. It was great to watch, but even better to watch is Quokka's movements through that final engagement and cap. Vikings need to regroup. They did have the defensive advantage. From picking this map, they were disadvantaged. They managed to claw back that defensive advantage, and now they've lost it again with that cap. So they need to regroup. This objective is a hard one. Oh, it's a hard one to defend. It's a hard one to attack. It's really a lot depends on what spawn you get. It's not my favorite, to be honest. It's got some really wide open areas. Defense, you can get into some really powerful positions if you risk it, but you could also get picked getting into those positions. So we'll see what happens here. South spawn on defense and northeast spawn on attack. So defensive positions, they can get into a lot more than they would for other spawns, but they don't know that. Looks like they are going to send someone up on the hill at the back. Quokka going up there, and they're going to push.
In there and they all come out panicking.
Couple potentially going up onto the hill.
Don't die here, that's the line they have, right? They have this line on you.
Yeah, you just got to stay down below this head thing.
Massive turnaround of 2 rounds there. They'd eliminated that cap just by making sure their defensive had those holds across objective. Potentially that round could have gone to Vikings. And then the round before, obviously, if Vikings had got 2 points, it wouldn't have even got to this round. It would have been map over. So they were kicking themselves a little bit for that. However, it makes the match more interesting because a 5-1 victory to Vikings would have made the second map very hard for Silent Purge to call back. But now, Silent Purge in the driving seat. And they have their map pick to come. Interesting position by Bino. Supported probably by Quokka. Quokka up in the south. Yes. Not sure what Quokka... Oh, Quokka's actually at the... That's a great position. At the Humvee. Big pick on Naktom. Quokka putting in some work. Quokka? Quokka? Quokka. I've been saying Quokka. I think it's Quokka. Small little furry thing. Lives on the southwest coast primarily of Australia. Loves to pose for camera and relatively cute. They do have north control here, so mainly central focus, but that north control could be critical. Ooh, overexposing. BMG getting that pick from the north. Marsok. Thrywin can engage onto that, however, you sort of just need to spray the window. It doesn't look like it. BMG is exposing to that angle. Wonder if anyone's got a long gun to really see that position.
Snow, upstairs or downstairs?
4 times for Mantis. Potentially could be the position.
He already shot me and I'm not even here. How?
Shadow Warrior also with the 4 times. Looks like. So they could deal with this position. But once they deal with Lamode, there are problems. There's going to be very little exposure from Lamode in that position with that peak.
Look like they have one upstairs on North Twin.
Ooh, he's called upstairs. This could be problematic. The focus will shift off the bottom.
Okay, there's a guy in the north hotel stand.
BMG still engaging there.
Two-story. He's there. He's up a red truck. 2-story.
Big call out.
Can't move from there.
This could be it. Should be it. Shadow Warrior unable to hit Lamode in that position. Quokka also dialing in from the back. Quokka could be the one to get the final kill here. Quokka. Shadow is trapped. Hoochie watching his exit. Lamode able to shoot in from the south window. Quokka able to shoot in from the east window. Mino getting into a position to watch as Shadow Warrior exits as well. Wow. He may not have 99 problems, but he's certainly got 5, and Hoochie being the primary one of that to finish the map. Ooh. So, big map, big map. Quokka, 1750. Big job there. Hoochie, 940. Massive job there. Sri Lankan and BMG also contributing significantly to that victory. On the Viking side, they looked so good to start. They were up 3-1. They had the ability to close out the map. They knew where the defender was. They chose not to shoot him and fumbled. Unfortunate. There'll be a few replays of that. Looks like they are dropping out of this, so I will jump into an intermission and go into the rehosted map. Alright, first of all, let's get the scoreboard updated. Alright, managing to get it back up. Sorry guys. Buttons were not working. Had to reset the app. As we are on Shipyard. As you can see, I'm not sure where the overlay has gone. There it is. Alright, we're good. So, Shipyard. West objective. See some great attacks onto this, some interesting defense. It looks like they're using underneath the doors. No picks coming out yet. Naktom has managed to push out into the central area, which can be really hard to deal with late round. Attacking wise, Hoochie being the rear guard type position up top. Quokka pushing out a little bit too early, getting picked by Mantis. Looks like underneath that door.
Down still though.
Mantis, is he going to try and go for those confirm shots? Yep, there it is. Comes out. Sri Lankan moving to the top side control.
Call down if you lose anyone.
No one watching the... Oh no, we've got Naktom who will be watching the basement, but watching it from the middle building. And getting a pick there on Mino. Alright. So, this attack has gone from hard to almost impossible. And now I'd potentially say, I would definitely say impossible now. I'm not sure why, but definitely say impossible now. Vikings with a big defensive hold. Nope. Silent Purge with a big defensive hold. I've got the names the wrong way around. My bad. No, it was Vikings with a... I did have it right. Disregard last. Vikings now attacking. Big defensive hold by Vikings. Naktom's position pushing out. Similar positions on downfall. Here's that person who pushed out. Working out well for him. So we have a point for Vikings to start out this map. So with IVRL, the total number of rounds really counts for the match win. So Vikings are aware that they need to win by 5-3 or better than 5-3 to win, 5-3 to tie. So they need to pull out a big job here to do that. I don't believe Vikings lost a player on that defense, so very decisive defense there. Silent Purge maybe getting a little bit disjointed, peeking corners from long. You know, those prone positions really paying off for the defense. A little bit of smoke utility to block off those positions from closer, and then working based upon that could have gone quite well on the attack. We jump into it. Right, so no spawn variation here. Far east spawn. I believe for one of the objective there are two Marsok spawns, but for the rest, it's all just the same. See how the defense sets up. Sri Lankan going for the wide northwest, I believe, to watch the stairs. Yep, just pre-firing, giving away position potentially, but he's watching those stairs to try and stop them getting topside control. Shadow Warrior now trying to move into position to...
I wouldn't peek that Shadow, honestly.
Shoot it.
I don't think it's worth trying to contend it.
Quokka, what that position will have done is it allowed Quokka to move up. And Quokka has moved up. Quokka is in an ambush type position. However, it's not an uncommon position, and one the attack might try and deal with utility. Hoochie, again, a bit more generally spaced out defense by Silent Purge here. They did choose this map, so they should know the map well. One looking under the door, Hoochie and Quokka being spaced out, slicing the front side. Mino in a position to watch the back, but also can react onto the roof when needed. So Mino will be positioned such that he's protected from the roof. using this, and then can spin and react onto that roof when needed. And then we have Sri Lankan out the back, watching the ramp, watching the roof as well, watching the roof. So if Vikings do get a couple of quick picks here and work based upon that, it's going to force some rotations by the defense, which could go in Vikings' favor. Embo going for the prone cross, potentially aware of Hoochie's location, or that location being a defensive spot, proning across instead, then can get a line onto Hoochie's position without really exposing too much else other than Quokka. So I don't know if Quokka has a C4. Looks like he is running an AK-12, so unless he's taken off someone else, no. That's an AK-12. Is there a tight, oh, there must be a gap there. Tight little line onto Thrywan's position. Tight little gap. Hoochie also just looking across, trying not to expose too much. Whoa, whoa! So Embo does all the work crossing prone, and Shadow Warrior just decides, nah, I'm going to just run across, and pays for it. Hopefully Embo will know where those shots have come from. There's only really one position which could have shot that on the cross, so the attack should be working based on that. Thrywan, yes, Thrywan perfectly executing. BMG trying to move to suppress. So if they hear Quokka or anything like that, then Quokka really is the only one watching this side of the objective. Embo is all alone though, that's the problem. And he's breathing heavily.
I've got two.
Quokka having to breathe shallowly. One of them needs to... they don't want to all attack past Quokka at the same time, otherwise they can all get ambushed. So someone needs to clear it. Embo doesn't look like... Here comes the smokes. Is anyone going to be in a position to hear? Thrywan might. Ooh, Thrywan might have heard that. Looks like Thrywan will have. They haven't reacted on it. They haven't reacted on it. Oh, Quokka picking two critical picks. Mantis on the roof? Wow. Mino not realizing that he's got a friendly an enemy up there with him. Vertical audio in this game is hard to deal with sometimes. If Mino had stayed up there, he could have been in a great ambush position. This attack by Vikings, very effective. Oh wow, dropping through, Mino. Potentially they could have held that roof just a little bit longer, cleared a little bit more. Mino picking then rotating, perfect work. So many angles to watch though. All the doorways. He won't know a kill count either, because Quokka killed then died straight away afterwards. So no kill count coming out. Mino in a more of an open position, we could pay off really well for him. Wow. Big clutch by Mino.
Miss me with that. Now seconds breath.
Good work. Time playing a factor there. Looks like 9 seconds remaining. Time being a big factor. And 1 each. That's all Silent Purge need to do. Just trade rounds 1 each way and they win the match. Even if they lose the map. Alright, so the next objective we have is the crane objective. The east central objective. Crane objective is probably the best way of calling it. I'm not super familiar with Shipyard, so I may be doing terrible callouts. There may be canon names or anything, but yep, crane objective. I believe for this one there's only, again, one Marsoc spawn, but inverted from previous, so Marsoc spawn back here, and then Volk spawn somewhere back here. I'm not sure if they're all the way back, or whether they're slightly closer. I believe they might be all the way back. Don't know at all what sort of attack we're going to see on this, what sort of defense we're going to see, so we'll find out together. Looking over the scoreboard. Silent Purge on that first round got no kills, so they've only got the 5 kills from that second round, but they're a great 5 kills. Quokka and Mino doing extra work to clutch that. Thrywin with 4 on the Viking side. Unable to get that last kill though. As my camera gets bounced, I will jump right into it. There it is. Let's see how Vikings set this up. They held tight lines last time, looking under doorways, crossing lines, not too pushed out. Nuktom was the only push out. Looks like Nuktom's push out again. Mantis not quite in position to get that pick onto Hoochie. Could have been a big one. Giving away his position, very exposed. Hoochie potentially calling that out. Nuktom and that, wow, big pick onto Thrywin. Not 100% sure where that was. Looks like in the mid by the crane. Whoop. Yep, by the crane. Sorry about that camera.
You killed Grey Ramp?
Big rotation by Mantis. Unobserved as well. Quokka is checking it though. Ooh, big flash, big flash. Nuktom saving Mantis's life. But Mantis, because of the flash, pushing out of position, getting picked from the top. If Mantis had tucked in and trusted in Nuktom, then could have been Viking sided. So 3-man defense onto this is going to be potentially problematic, especially with them knowing Nuktom's position. However, the attack is pretty pushed back, and wow, big pick for Hoochie. Shadow Warrior needing to deal with Hoochie here.
Shadow, I'm back here.
Sri Lankan in a good tall supporting position there. They have given boat control, which is going to be hard to deal with. Big C4 by Shadow Warrior. Unable to confirm though. A revive should come out. If he moves for the confirm, he'll probably get picked doing it. Embo trying to push out onto Hoochie's position. Big pick by Embo into Sri Lankan. Headshot. No revive coming from that one. They are aware of their kill count. They've called Rainbow 3, so 3 enemies remaining. Pick. Shadow unaware that Hoochie's down there. He does know he's the last one remaining. So, would have heard BMG. Oh, wow. He just needs to distract long enough now for the... Wow, Mino's downed himself, falling off the roof. This is a massive, massive inconvenience, to say the least, for Silent Purge. Hoochie calling that he needs to get the revive, that Shadow Warrior does need to get the revives. Sorry, that BMG does need to go for the revives. Wow, if Shadow Warrior had won that pick and then Mino had fallen off the roof at the same time, that would have been a massive turnaround. 2 minutes remaining, heaps of time for the revives to come out, and then also ability to reposition after that. Would be surprised if this doesn't go the way of Silent Purge. Mino, how did he fall down? I don't know if BMG can get that revive. Is he tall enough?
No, I
Depends.
didn't get shot from in here.
Depends where the body is for BMG. Hoochie's gonna bleed out shortly too. This could leave BMG. This could be problematic for BMG.
Yeah, hook you up and then find a needle. Or take my gun.
Gonna bleed out in about 10 seconds, I think.
It's probably right. He's close to bleeding out.
What's the range?
Oh, the revive coming out just in time. Hoochie trying to go for Mino. They're gonna get that 30-second beep though. Lamode's probably is gonna. It looks like he's gonna attack disjointedly. Is Hoochie able to reach? Unable.
30 seconds.
He needs a needle.
Push it down.
The beeps come out.
30 seconds.
Shadow Warrior will be hearing this. Hoochie got the revive, but 20 seconds remaining. They're potentially too disjointed here. Shadow Warrior could get one pick and then hide. He needs to just hide now. 12 seconds. Wow, big trade, big trade. Oh, 7 seconds remaining. 9 seconds remaining in the previous round before this. They're taking it down to the wire. Wow. My heart rate got up a little bit there at the end. That could have gone either way. So, Silent Purge with the point there. Oh, a little breather after that one. Looks like Mino downed himself doing that. I'm unsure if Mino was the one who got down by the C4, and if he was, then maybe that was just enough damage to trigger the down mechanic again. I don't believe you'd get downed if you hadn't previously been injured. With how the damage model works in Onward, for all those who do not know it, as we last checked, it may have changed slightly, but we have done some recent gun damage and player damage testing. It does align with this, so you have 30 hit points or points of health. If you get injured to less than 10 but greater than 0, you will be downed and your body will lie down. You cannot move. You can get revived. However, the revive will not give you any extra health. You will come back up on that same health. If you get injured between, I believe, 10 and 20, you'll be bleeding. The syringe can be used to stop the bleeding and allow you to move quickly again. Each gun does a different level of damage, or some do the same, but there are different levels of damage from guns, and there are damage multipliers for where you get hit on the body. So, for example, a headshot is 6 times multiplier, so any gun in general will kill you with a headshot. There is an exception of a single pellet from buckshot will only do 3 damage, so 3 times 6 is only 18. Will not kill you, will not down you. The upper chest, I believe, is a 2.3 multiplier, and the lower chest stomach region is 2 multiplier, and then limbs are 1.34 multiplier. Standard rifle, like this one Mantis is using right here, which I believe is an AK-5C, that is 10 points base damage. Yeah, so if you shoot someone in the chest with one of those, it will down but not kill with one shot.
I don't think they're on boat.
Body armor has 26 points of damage it can absorb, and there is no multiplier on the body armor. So 2.6 shots from Mantis into a body armor, if he's not running AP rounds, would be completely absorbed with no damage done to the player. Right, a little bit of lesson over. Sure, 99% of you in chat knew all that already, but who knows. Looks like Vikings are really heavily getting that boat control. Big pick onto the Mino. Vikings are very aware they need to get this point. They lose this point, the match at best can be a tie, unless they cap last round. I'm not sure whether they will have Marsoc last round, but there's potential of a cap. Big pick on Tahuchi as well.
No, I got him.
This boat control is going to be very hard to deal with, especially with Embo coming in from the other direction. Embo quack a trade. Embo only being down, able to call out that trade. Vikings know that there's only 2 defenders remaining. Sri Lankan probably having to move off this position. Doesn't want to get capped on. Good crossing lines on defense. Potentially a bit exposed here by Sri Lankan. Terrible spot, Sri. I'm not disagreeing. But there's only a few spots you can get peek from there, so maybe not. Sometimes being in the open on defense as well, it's just less expected. So the attackers are going to look for those corners, those hidden spots. And sometimes just sitting in the open can work out really well. What Sri Lankan needs to not do here is expose himself to the south, this east blue ramp. It looks like he needs to, if he just took a step forward, because yeah, if they get blue ramp control here, sorry for the zoomies, if they get blue ramp control here, there's definitely a cross line onto Sri Lankan's position, especially now that Sri Lankan's shot. Good movement afterwards though. That movement was needed. Again, potentially exposed from the blue ramp here, but you know, legs of crane and all that sort of stuff in the way.
Knocked him, shut it! You can pronounce my name properly, bro.
Ooh, those flashes could be effective. The smokes certainly are. All of the smokes coming out. Sri Lankan's talking, though, could make BMG Lamode's position... Nope, nope, disregard. They knew about it. Big pick.
I think I memorized everything. Still a good push though.
4 up attack. Whew, pretty decisive by Vikings there. And we're back onto trading rounds. This is not what Vikings want though. As I said before, round trade for Vikings is in Silent Purge's favour. We have, let's zoom up, have a little look, overview of this map. We have the boat objective, ship, cargo container ship, cargo ship. Terrible efficiency of stacking of cargo containers here. Unsure how they're going to safely unload it. Looks like they've gone through a massive storm or something. Osh would have a, or Oshay would have a field day. Look at that. not even linked together properly. Cargo containers have in these corners they have little like things you can lock the containers together. So you need to really line them up properly to do that. These are not locked together. Certainly problematic with any sort of swell out at sea. Also don't know where the rails are for this crane to move along. I believe these cranes are generally able to move along a rail system along the side of the dock with little clearance to the side of the dock as well. Alright, let's see how defense sets up here.
Quickly. Oh, you nerds. You still in my spot, love?
Shadow, don't ruin other people's caps. I think if we're both here, it's good.
Oh no, this is good. This is fine.
Big C4 from Shadow Warrior coming straight out onto Quokka's position. Looks like he just dropped off the roof.
Lay down someone.
Res coming out though. Hoochie will probably shoot Shadow if Shadow tries to peek this, and he does. Shadow getting a little bit greedy on that. The down, letting them know that they've got that position, then potentially rotating right out of that position could have worked out really well for Vikings. Sometimes attackers thinking that someone's in a position is better than overexposing yourself and getting picked. Well, it's definitely better than getting picked, overexposing, but sometimes better than trying to do a little bit too much more. Alright, let's just pause here for a second. You can have a break from all the movement and see how this sets up. Looks like Nuktom's... Is he tunnel? Looks too low to be... Yep, he's down in the tunnels. Nuktom being that push out type position. BMG Lamode, a little bit offset from the rest of the attack here. Gonna start peeking exposed lines. Not sure who's going to see him though. To be fair, uncontested all the way to the objective. Uncontested, 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 slight exposure, uncontested. Could go all the way if he goes quiet enough. Come along here.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot this is
Obviously I've got caster vision, so that helps. Players don't. But there is definitely a line for Lamode to get onto objective without exposure to anyone. Just that slight position Thrywan could see a little body part as it crosses, but Thrywan could easily be looking somewhere else, and at the moment the laser you see pointing towards that top roof. Especially with this distraction coming up the boat now by Quokka. But we fly over.
That's good. What happened is one in their spawn.
Quokka really likes this crack. You've seen him on defense holding it, seen him on attack holding it. Nuktom trying to be really quiet. Push out on Maino and Sri Lankan. However, Quokka's the danger here. The cap potential of Quokka is certainly something to be aware of. Oh, big pick, big pick. Gave away his position, but massive pick. Defense needs to be moving back. Nuktom way too far off right now. He needs to... Dying's not the worst thing. Thrywan needs to be moving back. Quokka's danger close. Thrywan needs to be crashing quick, quick, quick. Quokka's going to get on it. Embo's hurt him. Embo gets a pick. They were not expecting two up top. Wow. That could have gone the other way. The fact that they didn't necessarily know their positions to start and did put two up top, being the saving. And the win. Oh. Vikings. Good crash by Thrywan. Good pick by Nuktom and Nuktom. And then great pick by Embo onto Quokka, who potentially could have got the cap there. Exciting. So Vikings are still in it. Silent Purge still on 7 points total. Vikings with the ability to get 8 or maybe 9 points. So Vikings on attack this round could cap to get 5. Then they'll be on defense if they won, but if they lost round, so they could win 6-3 and they could also win 5-2. So there's ability for Vikings to win in 2 ways there. They would have to cap on 4 points with Silent Purge on 3 though. Same objective. Nothing really new to talk about this objective. The capability of this objective is high. Lots of little alcoves you can tuck in, especially with smoke. If you had smoke, you can block. You can't really get, spray pre-fired in all of the spots. Very capable. You can get very close and then move based upon where you hear the defense being. Right. As we jump into it, let's see what Silent Purge do.
Point, yeah.
They're holding the point. They know that they can't afford to lose 2 points here. So it looks like they're going to hold it pretty tight. They are. Vikings on their last attack did heavily push the boat, the ship. So, I might see something similar coming out here. Walker, uncontested with that cross. Could have been held by Vikings. Walker getting into a very powerful position here. Potentially able to see Embo. Not sure how tall you need to be able to see it. Nope, there's a thing in the way. Shadow Warrior. C4. I was wondering what he's shooting at. He has effectively eliminated that C4. Good eagle eyes by Shadow Warrior there. Probably Sri Lankan C4, so Quokka has been running an AK-12. So I was talking about gun damage earlier, with the AK-12 being 10 damage, same as AK-5C in the Rifleman class. The G36C has been recently-ish nerfed down to 8 points from 9, which does change the number of hits on a certain part of the body, but I cannot remember. I believe it may be 2 to down to the chest. That's the difference between 8 and 9. 2 to down to the chest rather than 1 to down. Eight times 2.3 being slightly less than 20 points. Ooh, big picks by Hoochie. I believe 2 by Hoochie in that roof position. That's hard to deal with. They can just, you can shuffle sideways and then just peek up over it. Looks like we are getting some movement by Shadow Warrior. Is he going to be ready for Quokka? Looks like yes. Big flash, big flash. He's going to move based on that flash? He is not. He is.
He killed the guy at our spawn on the boat.
It's a massive pick. It's going to force some movement. This game is a lot about forcing movement. Get a pick, work based on that pick. Trying to get everyone in shot. Shadow needs to be ready for Sri Lankan's position here. Again, it's sort of in the open-ish. Big trade, big trade. Probably in Silent Purge's favour. However, the boat is now open, but no one's attacking it by Vikings. Silent Purge do not know that. They won't have heard any intel based on that. You may guess that it's a trade based upon the shots finishing at the same time. You know, normally if you hear guns from both teams finish shooting at exactly the same time, it's probably a trade.
Are you good for res?
Ooh, is he going to go for the res? Nuktom not really in a position to do anything about that though.
He's still in the centre warehouse, so you'll have to be quick though.
Uchi pulling for the res. It's the right decision. Good work.
Package syringe. Actually, that's
Get back.
And then compressing on objective. 3v1. They're not aware of that 3v1, but definitely the right call. Compress in. If one person gets picked, the other one can react onto it. What you don't want to do here is go searching. You go searching, you get picked, the attacker then rotates a bit more to a different line, gets another pick, and obviously it becomes one-on-one then. Nuktom might not be ready for Hochi's line here though. Hochi holding that. So if Nuktom makes that next cross, it'll depend on onward timing here a little bit. Oh, with the miss!
One over the far side.
Oh, big shots to miss. One over the far side being the call. So that implies that they do not know it's the last one. So, correct on that. What is 5 seconds remaining? Nuktom's going to get those beeps, and then he's going to have a problem. But the beeps do not arrive because Hoochie with the kill, and then the suicide. Silent Purge Vikings, 3 each on map 2. We come to a new objective. Very defensible compared to some of the others. You can hold some good lines across on this one. They're from the south, zoom into here, drop down. You can hold some lines across this from the south. You can hold them across from the north. Through there. There's some good tuck-in spots and spots like this. Where you can either tuck in and just look back at the objective, or tuck in and look through here. What else have I seen? There's so many good spots for this objective. Seen a really effective use of someone just sitting on the backside of this. Just sitting there, just chilling. And then just pouncing as they came in on him. Often you'll see one on objective, just to make sure they can't smoke and then cross before there's a reaction. I believe there's a good line from here. Yeah, good line from here across. Pretty exposed. Focal point certainly for the attack, but you're going to be worrying about a lot as you get to this point on attack. Whoa! You're going to be worrying about a lot of, other spots, like getting peeked underneath this truck from inside that blue room there. So you may cross into the open before really checking that left side. We'll see what's used. This building here is quite often occupied. There has been a change to the map to allow you to get up there a bit more safely than the outside stairs previously, which you could get picked from the spawn. Whoop. So, yeah, 2 spawns on attack for this objective. One thing definitely to note. Jump back into it. There it is. So, this is the closer attacking spawn. On the boat.
You guys go, I'll wait for the flank.
So they can stop the defense from getting control of this middle building, which Nuktom has been going for. Pushing 3 into the south building is a very powerful position. So 3 in there is not silly, especially with Drywind there, able to help out. They have managed to cross the ramp before they had established control though, so you can control this ramp. It's a low point in the wall and you can control right across. They hadn't established control of that before the cross occurred by Quokka. Quokka potentially able to pick from a line which they may not be ready for. Shadow Warrior just scanning over his head. Nuktom is going to need to stay really tucked here. Quokka is a good shot. Nuktom proving the better shot there though, taking Quokka's head off.
Why am I getting so many pop-ups on my computer?
Narrow peak. Looking through. Is he going to be ready for a second there? Hoochie's scanning the window too.
What?
You got the revive.
I don't revive anyone.
No.
I revived myself.
Embo, big pick onto Mino. They're all on the boat. As you can see from the mini-map, Embo not getting too distracted by chatting with his team. Able to get that pick. Hoochie still scanning.
Okay, south is confirmed.
Shots from the roof.
There's one in the center building.
They're aware of it.
Oh, was that?
Oh, and the flash from the north. Thrywin should be talking.
One's behind objective. By blue run.
BMG's on boat. BMG's on boat. It's fine. He's still level.
That's the thing.
Nuktom and Embo both able to see this ramp. That flash coming out.
Flashed again from boat.
And the smoke. Smoke not being effective, and Nuktom getting the pick. Big pick there.
I'll let you know if they get onto the lip. Don't worry, Thriven.
Wow, big pick
I
again.
might get another one, not sure.
In the confirm. So, Hoochie has to deal with this line of death. I think it's going to be too much for him. It'd be amazing. 5v1 on this objective. Defensive bias. But, yeah. Probably not going to happen.
I just said, what did I just say?
Okay.
They have 3 minutes. Wait them out. Wait them out.
Wait them out? Plural? They should have a clean kill count here. Embo's called out his. Nuktom got one on the boat, but could have been a revive. He got another there, definitely put rounds to that, and that one there, which got confirmed. They should have a clean kill count.
Stupid Swedish fake accent.
Because I'm fucking trolling. I can't speak.
Oh, even this side is penetrable, right?
Yeah,
Fuck.
everything's penetrable.
Don't.
Apparently those are penetrable. I did not know that.
Well, they come.
Hoochie, very aware of that position. Nuktom probably going to peek out on him though. Let's see.
Yeah, if you can't see you, they can't see you.
If I go down, then you do need to rotate, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've chosen wisely with Nuktom, whether he is going to peek,
Just need to make sure that
whether Hoochie's going to make it out of his line of fire.
Oh, smoke.
Smoke.
I'm watching it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Alright, not. Might have chosen the wrong person to ride along with. Let's jump out.
Thriven lip is still safe.
I have. Oh! Mantis threw in with the crossing lines. Shadow could have also come into play. Yep. Big defensive hold by Vikings. They know they need to cap to win here. Will they put too much pressure on themselves to get that cap though? That is the question. Or will they just try and go for the tying it up with the kills? Alright. Anything else to talk about on this map? I haven't shown... So we talked about the tunnels. Nuktom went into the tunnels, or defended the top of them. Let's just do a little ride through the tunnels. Just because you guys don't feel sick enough as it is. So you come through the tunnels, there's a little red tunnel in the tunnel. You can make your way through. There's a little green or blue, greeny blue, teal. We decided in the last one, teal tunnel in the tunnel. Make your way through, and then up. So you can go either direction. and get behind, but it is a long way to run. Long way to run. So something to be aware of when you're attacking or defending, where it comes out, how long it takes for defenders and attackers to go through it. You might want to push someone through it. It's a nice little alternate route. These roofs, ability to drop down on attack, if attack can get to the point where they get control of this roof. Pretty powerful. Right.
Nano's on the door right here to the left. BMG's right here.
They're aware that Vikings need... Yeah.
They can get the best they can get as a draw.
Oh, Hoochie is up with the play. He knows exactly. They know they can't get capped on here.
We win this point, we've won the match.
Oh, even better. He win the point, won the match. That's definitely correct. I like it when the players are all aware of the situation. Expect nothing less for number 3 playing number 4 on the EU ladder. Try and get some sweeping shots without making you feel sick, and then pop up a little bit high. Alright, looks like we got a pretty straight line across the map by Vikings. They're looking to get those picks. They'll be aware of those positions. Quokka taking up that little pop-out position we talked about before this objective was played. 2 in the south rather than the 3. BMG being slightly spaced out compared to Thrywin's position, and Sri Lankan's position up on the top being quite a powerful position, hard to deal with that peak over the top.
Heads down, boys. Heads down.
Good call out by Shri. As you can see, just peeking over the top there. Throwing dangerous cross, but making it. They need to deal with this power building here. Attacking it close might be the way to go. It doesn't look like anyone's actually watching them come up on it. Smoked out Hoochie's position. But Hoochie doing the damage.
1 down. That's 2 down altogether.
3 total.
3 total, correct call.
I dropped.
Oh, Throwin missing his shots. Play just not quite working out for Vikings there. That could be the match. But we'll see. Right, Mantis. 5v1. No pressure. If that south push had just gone slightly differently, maybe a fragging through the window, or maybe knowing about this little hole. So there's a little hole here, the ability to drop down. Could have gone slightly differently for Vikings. With that south control, would have required some aggressive rotations by Silent Purge. Instead, as you can see on the overhead, 3 dead bodies in that region. 1, 2, and then the 3rd inside. Being the difference. Just by that Mino and Hoochie move and pick. Big pick in the north though. Mino realizing the north is weakened. Quokka does have it locked down though. Mantis has got a very open area to deal with here, and he'll be looking up and down. He's got to look at 2 different people. If he can pick 1 at a time, oh, unfortunate by Mantis there. That pick there could have been the difference. I don't believe Quokka will have a C4. Oh, he does. He does have a C4. Different Quokka this round. We have the C4 version of the Quokka. Are we going to see a C4 finish? No. No, we're not. Nope. It was up there somewhere. Not 100% sure where. Somewhere up there. Sri Lanka being objective focused, which is definitely worth doing, just in case there was a hole at any point during defense. Come back. Hoochie's hurt him. Hoochie's gonna get him here. There it is. Big pick. That's the match. One more round. Vikings will definitely want to take a map here. A map will help them a lot. Ooh, this is one thing about Shipyard. Because of the lack of objectives, one does get played twice in this format. Maybe not the most defendable objective. Maybe not the one which Vikings wanted last up, but they were successful in their defense last time, albeit maybe lucky. Let's see how it goes this time. James is gonna make... Sorry, Mama, I'm gonna make you sick with my flying. That is definitely... could occur. I'll try and be more stationary. Not... Just, I need like a slightly lower level of sensitivity on the keys would be nice. Or the ability to use a space mouse. Oh, I can use my space mouse. It's very much... I've got the sensitivity turned right to the bottom. But, that's what it is. Alright, let's have a look at the scores. Hoochie with 10. Doing a lot of work on Silent Purge's side there. And on Vikings side we've got 3 7s and a 6. Pretty well split there. Jump into it. Alrighty then. What are they going to run defensive wise?
I don't know.
This is hard for Vikings. They know they've lost the match, but they do need to try and win this objective, so they need to pull themselves back together and get this win. Win the map. A map win helps a lot. Thyron getting potentially flashed by his own team. Definitely getting flashed that second time. Big pick by Quokka. Uncontested into the boat.
Oh shit, that's a bad C4. Oh my god.
To say the least. Thrywin
I fucked
exposed. Very exposed. Quokka. Alright. Quokka just saying he's going to do it all himself. Hoochie has too many kills. Quokka wants to get them all himself. This time it should be a cap. Nuck Tom. This time it's a cap. Quokka's going for it. Straight in. He's not going to delay. Embo's not going to make it back in time. Not for a Quokka cap. And Silent Purge winning 6-4. Oh, he flashed. Good crash, Embo. Wow. He was the one to take out Quokka last time. Why has he got his pistol out? He's lost his primary. Quokka just... There's the cap from Quokka. Embo not quite doing the defense. Alright, so we talked previously about Hoochie being on 10 and the rest lagging behind. Now Quokka's on 9 with a cap. So, yep, 2 caps for Quokka, being the difference in this match, definitely. Okay, now I had to say something smart as a closeout, which is definitely not going to occur, but thank you very much for joining me on this IVRL Season 1 Week 14 match between Silent Purge and Vikings on the EU ladder. Silent Purge, if I can get these scores coming up correctly, add 2 more onto Silent Purge. Silent Purge with 11, Vikings with 7. Silent Purge coming back on Downfall map 1 with a cap, and then finishing it off on Shipyard map 2 with the cap. Both caps by Quokka. Certainly, as I said before, Quokka being probably a major deciding factor between the 2 teams. Good work by both teams though. Some great rounds, some very close rounds, some rounds to the